and he just came up to me, and I liked him from the real world, because you know me with my reality shows, like I'm a big reality. So I knew him from the real world. So I thought maybe, oh, this kid's going to be chatty. This is going to be great. And I walk up to him all excited to talk to him, and he goes, Mike. We just finished watching The Miz autobiography on WWE.
Oh, okay. The A&E one?
Really good.
Oh,
if you haven't seen it, guys, that was really good. Yeah, because, you know, he had a lot of heat on him. I remember when I was there, and people were making fun of him left and right in the locker room. Like,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And like, I remember I only met him once. I met him that one time, and he just came up to me, and I liked him from the real world, because you know me with my reality shows, like I'm a big reality. So I knew him from the real world. So I thought maybe, oh, this kid's going to be chatty. This is going to be great. And I walk up to him all excited to talk to him, and he goes, Mike, and he walked away. And I was like,
oh, hey now.
Yeah. And this was in 2006, you know, so that was that was disappointing. And then there was a monitor set up, and he kind of like told everybody like to be quiet because his match was coming on or something. We were in catering, and everybody started like teasing him. Like,
okay,
what the hell out
everybody had to be quiet. So was it a pre-tape, or was it already, or was he going out?
No, his match. There was it was pre-tape. His match was coming on. They were showing like last week's episode.
Oh, okay. Oh, everybody be quiet.
Yeah, and I remember he had like so much heat on him, like just from everybody was like calling him names and stuff. And I was just disappointed because I liked him so much from the real world, you know, like I was excited to meet him, and all I got was like, that was it. And I was just like, bummer. But they talk about the heat, and they talk about him, you know, being a loudmouth and being disrespectful and having to change in a broom closet because they kicked him out of the locker room, you know, and just to see how he evolved and just came from reality TV to here. He worked really, really hard, and people love him now. So it's a really good doc. I enjoyed it.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. Never thought he'd be still around today doing what he's doing. But as a heel champion, I mean, he was great for that time, and kind of shocked everybody when they had him retain at WrestleMania, because everybody expected Cena to win, and that'd be the end of it. But that was a very polarizing time. My buddy Chris, who's former WWE superstar, he originally teamed with The Miz when they were first being brought up to the main roster. But then I think he was let go, and or things, I forget what it was, but they went in different directions. But they were being brought up as a tag team together. It was going to be Chris Pavone and The Miz as a duo. Yeah. And well, went different directions.
Yeah. And it had said that initially, you know, Vince didn't see him as a wrestler because of his stature, not big enough, muscular or whatever. So that's when they had him be the host.
Yes.
And that's when he forgot they were saying he forgot the number. And he said he was sweating so much, he sweated the ink off his hand, and he couldn't remember the number. I mean, live television, what do you do? And he thought he was going to get fired. And here Vince saw something in him and kept him around. And now look at him. He's on top of the world. So good for him. I mean, I'm a fan. I think he's a great talent. I would like to meet him again today. And, see, hope he would be a little nicer. But
he'll just go Miz.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't expect people to bow at my feet, but I would like more than a name. John Cena did the same thing to me. Just held out his hand, John. And I was like, okay. And I told his father too. I was like, your son was not even chatty with me. And he just went, oh, really? I was like, yeah. I mean, all the girls were just like, oh my God, it's like he walked in and everyone at my table was like, oh my God, it's John Cena. And I was just like, oh, let me just go introduce myself. And I did. And I just got John. And I was just like, nice to meet you, John. I just went and sat back down at the table. I was like, okay. Yeah. So, hey.
Did the biography bring up Miz and Nick Nemeth's KFC chicken
No,
match?
that was not in it. It had him and Daniel Bryan.
The talking smack promo.
Yeah, and it's like
that was good.
They played it off like it was like 100% shoot, but come on, like it's.
I never thought it was a 100% shoot, just like what you're saying, but it's very good. I mean, it was well done.
Excellent. It's excellent, but I mean, it's like they tried to play it off like they don't like each other in real life, and this wasn't supposed to happen, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, bro, come on, bruh, come on. So, but it was good. It was enjoyable. I liked it. So I think I'm going to check more of those out. I tend to not watch those that much, but my husband was like, let's watch this one, and I was just like, oh, okay. I wanted to see if they did anything about ECW, but they just showed one little clip of 2006 ECW. It wasn't anything big.
I agree with Angela.
Shouldn't have Miz and Cena been the ones to introduce themselves to you? You were the veteran of the. Oh, Angela, so sweet, but
100% agree.
Unfortunately, that's not really the way it works over there. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is the way I felt, and I could be 100% wrong. When I was in ECW, if somebody else came to our locker room, I felt that it was their duty to come say hi to the roster because they were visiting our locker room. But now I was in their locker room. Even though it was technically mine, I was the new person there. So I felt like I had to go up to everyone and say hello. Like even with the girls, and I've said this before, I think I had the most seniority at that time out of everybody that was in my locker room because it was ECW SmackDown, right?
Right.
I think the only one that was kind of, I don't even know how long Charmel was in the business, but I had seniority. I was in the business longer.
Oh, you definitely. Oh, yeah. Because I think she came in around 2000. Yeah.
Okay. So I went around and I said hello to everybody. And then I even said, does anybody want anything from catering? Can I get you waters, cookie? Yeah, get me this, get me that, blah, blah, blah. So here I am, the vet. I'm running to catering and I'm bringing back cookies for these girls. I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to be friends with people. I didn't want to come in as snobby or I'm better than you. You know what I mean? So that's why I did that the way I did it. But somebody told me, what are you getting them cookies for? And I was just like, I don't know, just trying to be nice. And they're like, no, they should be getting you cookies. So the same thing Angela said. But
did Maryse come in after you were there?
I never met her.
Never met her? Okay.
No, because they weren't dating I don't think that happened after I got released. When he was the host. Right. I think that was like in October. And I don't, no, I worked for 6 months. So whenever I signed my contract, I think I was gone by then, by the time she came in. I never met her. So
yeah, they've been together forever now. And that's
great. One of those beautiful little girls.
Yeah, one of those long-term wrestling love stories.
It's good. I'm glad somebody lasted. Not too many people do, you know?